I want you to imagine a child. Now, this child has actually made a mistake. And this child is actually afraid to go to his father because his father doesn't like it when he makes mistakes. And whenever he makes mistakes, he'll scold him and abuse him. But compare another child that, yes, he's made a mistake, but he knows that I can go to my father and my father will forgive me. I know I've messed up, but my father will help me overcome this mistake that I have made. Reason why I'm sharing this sort of analogy with you is because these are just some feelings that I'm having. Is because I hear a lot of people saying, it's not enough to have faith. It's not enough. Grace is not enough. It's not enough to have faith. You need to have works. And I see where they're coming from because James 2 says faith without works is dead. But what it's really saying is that genuine faith will produce works, not that you need to prove your faith that there's works and strive and toil, but that genuine saving faith will produce fruits. A repentant faith will produce genuine works. And so if everything rested on us and our ability to keep the Ten Commandments, our ability in our own strength, we're not talking about with God, but like by ourselves, if everything rested on ourselves to obey the Ten Commandments, to live this perfect life, we would fall flat on our faces. But I think as a result of grace, as a result of Jesus dying for us and the grace that he's actually given, it is actually motivated. It says in 2 Corinthians 5 that Christ's love compels us, that all who live no longer live for themselves, but for him who died and was raised again. That's because we know God's love. God died for us whilst we were yet sinners, whilst we picked our sin over him, whilst we were enemies of God. God went to the cross that we'd be reconciled to him. That is what drives us to live for him. That is what drives us to live for him. Not us toiling, striving that if we make one mistake, we're doomed, we're punished. But God's grace, we're looking at what God has done, and that is a motivator because what he has done for us. If you see the price that God has actually paid for us, saving us from eternal damnation, eternal punishment, eternal separation from him in hell, if we see that what God actually paid for us on the cross, why would we not want to live for him? And I think some people who I know we've all done this before, taking advantage of God's grace. But some people say, I've heard some people say, "Oh, I can just say I believe in Jesus, but then live for the world." I think those people don't actually understand the price that God paid. So when you understand the price God paid, then we're prepared to live for Him with everything that we have.